Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna show you how to farm cells in Dead Cell since the latest update, The Queen and the Sea, has just came out. There might be quite a lot of you who are returning to this game. If you haven't been playing it yet, I can highly recommend it. It is fast and fun, and even though it's quite tricky and difficult, for me it's one of the best games in the last 10 years. So I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube showing you how to farm cells, what is the fastest, the easiest, the quickest way, and there are some good ones out there, and some are actually working also really well. But I find there is a lack of fun in most of those farming videos, since it's very repetitive. You just repeat and repeat the same again and again. And also I think there's a weapon combination I'm going to show you today that hasn't been shown yet, that I personally think is the best, and that's also fun to play. I have to say we need to play in the custom mode, and I don't know why. A lot of people have been saying in the YouTube videos you will not earn boss cells in custom mode, which is wrong. Maybe it has been changed since I've been playing this game when it came out in 2018, and then I made, due to some other circumstances, a break and just returned to the game in the fall of 2021, so some month ago, when there was a lot of new stuff in there, like the custom mode. And yeah, in custom mode you can earn the boss cells, and then if you play normal mode you can try your best with the boss cells that you've earned in the custom mode. So if you're looking for a way to get the boss cells, if you're looking for a way to get a lot of cells to buy all the things, and if you're looking for a way that is like fun to play, then watch this video and I'll show you what to set, and yeah, you'll see how this works, since I'm gonna make a bit of a gameplay also. Another thing is that you might not know, the quality of the weapons that you can increase after each boss fight. At the smith, you can actually collect the cells from each level and not spend them if you have played the game after you had the 4 boss cells, and then you have the 5 ones. And then if you haven't been doing this yet, I recommend don't spend your cells on the smiths until you've got the 5 boss cells, because then you can just go on through the doors that are usually locked. After the levels there's this point where you need to spend your cells at the collector to buy something, otherwise you cannot go on. But like I said, maybe you haven't completed the game yet in the sense of having all the boss cells. If you have the 5 boss cells, then all those doors will be permanently open in the in-between level things, in the in-between level rooms. So you don't have to spend your cells at the collector. You can keep them from level 1, 2, 3, then have a boss fight, and then you can easily give 250, 350, sometimes 400 cells to the smith to increase your weapon level of the weapon that you find. So again, what I'm going to show you is something in custom mode, but you can get in custom mode, you can play in custom mode and get a lot of the extras, so the boss cells, the blueprints, everything. And I think it's still fun. I mean, that is what it's all about in video games. Enjoying the game, having fun. So, enough talking, I'm going to show you what to do. So, we go to custom mode, and then we're just gonna take one setting that I haven't used yet. Let's just take the last one. So what we do then is, as starting weapons, we will take the boomerang. Don't forget to change the quality if you can do that. If not, it's fine. It also will work with the standard boomerang. But if you can, press the button on your system. Here on the switches is the Y button to increase the quality of the boomerang, and set it to your first weapon. The next one is the boy's axe, and I haven't seen this combination in the videos that I have seen. I don't know why, maybe no one tried, but for me it is the best combination. I'll explain why. What you take as for your special powers, well, it's up to you what you might like. I usually take the Crusher, since it helps me with the bosses and it just slows down everyone. So I'll increase the quality of that, put it here. And since I usually take the Blueprint Extractor, it doesn't really matter what I take as the second one, but I kind of like the Tesla coil, so I'll also put that in. But I haven't been collecting all blueprints yet, so I'm still in the process. So I usually do that in the run as well, so it's fun. I'll collect cells, I'll collect blueprints, I'll use the extractor, and that's what I say, what it's about, to have fun playing the game and still making good and easy progress. So we'll put that here. So what you want to do then is here, disable all the other weapons, because at the seller, in the shops, in the treasures, you will find a lot of those weapons then, and you will not need them. And what you are looking for are improved versions of the weapons that you use. So just disable all this, so it's not gonna appear in the game. Here we're also gonna disable everything except for the boy's axe, of course, and the boomerang. And I also leave in the frost blast, because if you use the extractor, it's really difficult to get the blueprint out of the enemy if it's still moving. You try and you need some second and it runs away or it hits you. So once I have found the one enemy that I'm gonna use my extractor, my blueprint extractor on, I'm gonna also swap one of those two and use the frost blast, but just for this purpose. It's just what I find very useful. Okay, we're also gonna disable all the shields. I don't like them. I personally don't like playing with shields. I wanna have fast and fun gameplay. Okay, so here we can also disable quite a lot. I mean, there are also fun stuff, but I'll just leave in this thing that I'll use. Grenades, it's not my type of gaming. There's a video out there showing you how to use the cluster grenade with one mutation. Very, very useful, but it's not that much fun, and the mutation for the grenade is not going to allow you to add boss cells. So that is why I'll take those two weapons, and you'll see how good it works in just a moment. Okay, disable also all these powers. I don't want them. Actually, this one is pretty useful also for the boss fights, so I might leave that in as well, since it's quite good. The wings of the crown. Okay, so we've done that. We'll just leave them. You can choose them, so no need to disable them. What we're going to do then is, of course, some people like to use the fixed seat, but I think it's boring. If it's every time just the same, of course it saves you some minutes, but the game really gets boring. I also take different routes each time I make a run, just to have a bit of a change. With those weapons and the settings I'm going to show you, you will have no problem doesn't matter which level you're going to. Okay, but we're gonna set this to 0, so this will allow us to open the cursed chests without any danger. Get a lot of gold to buy improved versions of our weapons. Of course, increase the number of mutations, so whatever mutations you personally like, you can get them. Our weapons and skills are colorless, so it's gonna help us also. You might want to take that as well, even though we're not gonna really use it this time. This is all okay. Okay, we want the health fountain never to break. And of course the curse will not kill us and give us 1 health point instead. Very important now, unlimited ammo. This is the thing with the boomerang and the boy's axe. Usually you can just throw it one, and with unlimited ammo you can throw them like all the time, and they're just flying through the air. It's gonna look like crazy, you'll see it. And the thing is, the boomerang and the boy's axe, you can throw them while you're running. Most other weapons require you to stop and stand, and this is what I don't like. For fast gameplay, those two weapons are really the best, so unlimited ammo is really important. Okay, this we can also... No, we will all just leave that. One thing you might want to do is here enable the jumps, so it might help in some situation that you can jump multiple times. Another thing is you might want to activate the birds, since they give you stealth and they're not going to be a problem with our weapons, so you can turn that on. It's not that necessary, maybe it annoys you too much in the gameplay. I'll turn it off for now, since it's just a few cells and we're moving fast through the levels, so if you want to take the maximum of cells out of each level, then activate here, birds everywhere, so you'll get even more cells from the birds. I will not activate it now, since I don't think it's that much of a difference. Okay, that should be it. And now we will launch the custom game. Wow, it's taking ages this time. Okay, skip that. Take our gold from the last run, which is not a big difference, 50,000 or 52,000. So here you see I've got quite a bit of weapons, but not everything. Here is the thing, you can get these mutations, but it says the warning, it will prevent you from unlocking new boss cells during that run. So if you still need to collect all the boss cells, don't use the mutation. If you have all the 5 boss cells already, then what I recommend is this one. Gotta go fast, since it will allow you to move even faster. It will make the whole game faster, smoother. It will give the whole game even more of the touch of a better action game with faster and better action. So I'm gonna activate this mutation, but if you don't have all the boss cells yet, don't take one of those mutations, since this will, as it says, prevent you from earning new boss cells. But I'll do that for my run. Okay, take this one, of course. Let's see if you've activated random items at the start. You can take a look and you'll see here we have the boomerang, the axe, here the frost blast, so just the things that we really want. So I'm just gonna take this one here, tack, and take the axe. So I'll take an axe that is colorless, which makes the improvement easier. And take the colorless crusher, which just adds the second crusher. So I'm gonna take the Tesla coin as well. And now I'm gonna show you how it looks when you throw the boomerang and the axe. You see, you can throw them while you're running. Really useful. You don't have to stop. And I'm gonna just show you how you smash through the enemies, even not. So forgot to show you. Just you see it, guys. Of course, we are here on the 5 boss cells level. We might change that because it doesn't give you more than the 4 boss cells, more of cells. But since it's so good, this combination of weapons, you can easily do it with 5 boss cells. It's not gonna give you a hard time or so. So let's go. I'm gonna show you how good this works, how the enemies just smash and splash. So no matter what is coming, they all just smash. There's no problem. And here, of course, we're gonna take that, and always take the one that improves, except for the boomerang, which is not colorless yet. We're gonna improve all our weapon categories. And then it's getting even more easier. But you see 5 boss cells, no problem. Those 2 weapons in combination are so mighty. Even like the elite enemies, no problem. The boomerang, very good. So instead of finding a useless weapon, that is why we deactivated all the other weapons. Now we find just a very useful boomerang. So the boomerang now is colorless as well, and even more deadly and dangerous. Very good. Very good. You see how they all you can just turn left, right, and throw them in both directions. Enemies left and right of you. Not a problem at all. Toxic sewers. And let's see where we find our extractor. Come on. But you get my point. You see, throwing those weapons all the time is gonna make the game a lot easier. And I haven't seen a video that finishes the bosses as fast as this combination of those 2 weapons will. Sometimes the last boss, the final boss, I'm not talking about the collector, I'm talking about the Hand of the King. Some runs it's done in like 4 seconds. If I have really good and high quality boomerang and voice axe at the end of the game, like level 12 or so, it's gonna be so easy. Okay. Was there something here? No. Okay, very good. And another power enhancer. So now all 4 categories will be empowered. And don't worry about getting less health points. As I said, you're so strong with this weapon combination. If you're not a total beginner, here we go. So I always take the Hunter's Grenade with me. Exchange it for the Tesla coil. So just to see in that run which enemy might give me a new blueprint. And here the promenade. What do we have? Okay, all the levels seems to be explored. Doesn't really matter where we're going. We can check out here the store. Maybe get a better voice axe. Yeah, level 6. So we're just gonna exchange that. Gonna buy a Frost Blast just to have it. Put it in the back. And see if we get even a better boomerang. Maybe. Let's see what they have. Level 6, we have level 4. So yeah, here we go. We buy the level 6 one because we have enough money to do so. So it doesn't really matter which biome you're going to. Personally, I like actually the toxic sewers, so we're going there. And tack. Oh, we just needed a bit more of 2 minutes. Usually I'm even making it under 2 minutes, so the 2-minute door is unlocked. That gives you even some extra cells. No, it's 2 minutes 8 seconds. Sorry guys, talk too much. Was not totally focused. So the 2-minute door is locked, and actually I took even a little bit of damage, which usually don't happen. But still we got good run here, and you see what I mean. We can keep our 44 cells. This door is open, but it's just gonna happen. You see also the collector looking differently. It's just gonna happen when you have all the 5 boss cells. Then those doors will be open, so you don't need to spend your cells on him. I don't think anything can be improved, not really. What you might want to do is, when you have those on a high level, since now they're going to be exchanged very often, reforge it and try to wait until it says, yeah, damaged 70% plus 70% damage at stunned targets. So here the same, or rooted it is, I think. Rooted it means, yeah. Rooted targets. Got the X, roots. Yep, roots the victim, sorry, with the wrong term in English. So, plus 75% on rooted targets will make it even more deadly, since once the X is in the enemy, it's rooted. And now the boomerang and the X give 75% damage plus on all those rooted targets. Here the mutation, I would take always the one that gives you more speed. So where is it? Jesus. Just tell all the system settings to English so I can make the video in English and not in German. Now I'm not really sure where the speed mutation is. There it is. So the velocity will keep 3 times longer, giving you an even faster gameplay, which also means you can do the levels in less time. So you'll spend less time collecting cells, you have better chances to get the time doors. So you get my idea of the weapon and the combination. I'll just run through the toxic sewers a bit, and then I'm going to show you how this will kill a boss so fast and easy in like no time. It's almost ridiculous. Okay, here we go. And as I said, I mean, it needs to be a little bit of fun, the gameplay, while you play the game. And I personally enjoy this combination of weapons, since I can run a lot. I can throw the weapons while I'm running. And the one version, the YouTube version that recommends you taking the grenade, it works really well. Oh, level 7 is better, so we exchange that. It works really well. But for me, it's not enough of gameplay action. Then you just throw grenades all the time, and that's it. There's no more throwing things, no more real fightings. And at the bosses, I think my combination even outstands the grenade combination. So guys, I'm just gonna stop here for now, and I'll see you in a bit when I'll reach the first boss. And that is, if you have this combination of the boomerang and the throwing the voice X. Oh, wait a second, anything to reforge? No, that's all fine. As I showed you before, yeah, you might not want to reforge each time you get a new boomerang and axe and try to get those 75% damage plus on rooted targets, since you're going to change them quite often, like each level, and it might be worth the money only once you've reached stage like 9 or 10 or otherwise you might be out of money by then if you reforge it each time you have the opportunity. So I'm not going to do this time. But what I want to show you is the mutations that are useful for this kind of weapon combination and this kind of gameplay style. Of course we already have the velocity, so we can run a lot of time. Very important, very well, is also this one here. Wait a second. Here. It is one of those. Again, I need to look for the English name of it. Yeah, close ranged attacks inflicts 43% bonus damage. So since we have two range weapons here, two weapons that you go usually on a distance, we're gonna buy this mutation, because if we're nearby the enemy, so those two weapons will even deal more damage, 43% more damage. So we're gonna buy this mutation. And just to show you for the upcoming things that are useful, so I'm not going to record each time I'm going to buy a mutation. What is of course useful is if you might suffer a bit of problems with the health, then and of course the tranquility is also useful when you are really throwing the weapon and you are away from the enemies. Then this one also gives additional 27% of damage, so you might want to buy that one. And of course for the boss fights where you sometimes might get hit if you're not fast enough, the Vengeance is really good because it gives 62% damage plus for 8 seconds and 30% less damage taken for 3 seconds after being wounded. So this might be useful in a boss fight. Other useful ones to take, because this one is also these ones are more for the close weapons, for the sword and everything that we're not going to use, but the combo is going to give you 70% damage for 8 seconds after killing an enemy, and since we're running almost all of the time, this will mean we always have those 17% damage plus. Another great mutation is of course the recovery. In higher levels, or if you should encounter problems with your health, usually I never use any flask with this combination of weapons, but the recovery will allow you to recover your health 3 times longer than usually after being hit. No Mercy always is great. Every enemy dies that has under 15% health, but don't buy it if you still want to use the Hunter's Grenade, because it's just gonna make this thing almost impossible. Once you're trying to extract the blueprint, the enemy just dies because it's so easy to fall below those 15% of health. So just buy the No Mercy if you have already used the Hunter's Grenade or if you don't plan to do so. The Masochist sometimes, the traps sometimes give me a hard of a time. If I take serious damage, then it's in some level with some serious trap that I overlook in my speed run, so it might be useful to buy that one if you're playing on the same style like me, because the trap then will not do that much of a damage anymore. And of course this one, it just doubles your health points, and since I'm not really using the healing food or the flask and everything, it doesn't really change a lot. That actually doesn't help you anything. Forget about this mutation. The ammo for your weapons is now 2 times what it was. Since we've got unlimited ammo, it doesn't change anything. Of course here increasing health again. if you're looking for more health. But usually what we are looking for is a gameplay style that kills enemies fast, that gives as much damage as possible. So this one, the kill rhythm, is also a good mutation for the other levels, because then it says the attack speed will raise by 21%, so you can throw those two weapons even faster, and it will go up when you buy it later. So probably you've seen it. Now it's just level 2, so it's just 21%. When you buy this mutation later on, it's going to be like 40-50% increased attack speed. Alright. Yeah, the other ones, it's kind of what you like and what your gameplay style is, but I've shown you the most important ones, especially, like I said, this one, close ranged attacks, meaning it will do 43% bonus damage if you're nearby the enemy, and then throw your weapons. Of course, this is just level 2, so I'm just gonna pause the game again, and as you see here, I could use this one, but it's not even necessary, or actually it is. Oh, I had maybe 1 or 2 health points below the maximum. Okay, I'm just gonna go on, and I'm gonna...
So guys, pick for the boss fight.
Actually, I wanted to show you the guy on the black bridge, because this one is really so easy to finish. But I just decided to take the ancient sewers, so we're not gonna have to fight those... I don't know how it's called in English, but you know, this kind of slimy thing who lives in the sewers. And it's going to be a fast fight anyway, but the guy here always uses his tentacles in between the fights, so it takes a little bit longer. The Black Bridge guy is like gone in 5 seconds, but this one, well, for this fight we'll try to forge it to more damage on rooted targets. We already have that on the Boy's Axe, on the Boomerang not yet. One time and it's done 75% plus damage on rooted targets. Perfect. Maybe we can even do this on the Crush, I think. More damage when it's the rooted target, but I'm not gonna spend all my money. Just see, no, maybe one more try. No, so we're just gonna leave it like that. As I've already explained, I've bought another mutation, and for the fight now we'll get the one that is giving you more damage and less damage taken if you're being wounded, because the flying tentacles usually hit me with this boss. I just could deal, I can make it that they won't hit me, but well, it's that little difference, giving you like, I don't know, 10 or 15 extra cells if you take no damage in the fight. But yeah, this is nothing compared to the cells that you usually have. If you look at my cell collection, it's like almost 400, and now we're gonna fight him, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, now he's going to do this thing that I've talked about. He's going to call his tentacles, and they're going to hit me, going to do a little bit of damage, and I need to fight those before I can hit him again. No, but no. Oh, come on again. But that's it. Collect all the cells, all the money, all the little pieces of power papers. Actually, my boomerang is already better. He's giving me stage 8, but I already have stage 9, so I'm just gonna sell all those everything's collected, and now we have 418 cells, and we can give all those 418 cells to the smith, which is great. And I'm just gonna go on through the graveyard. I'm gonna show you, because this is while still keep recording, I'm gonna show you how to extract with the help of the frost blast, which really helps a lot when extracting blueprints from those enemies. So yeah, we're gonna take the way through the graveyard. Maybe there's an enemy that is going to give us another blueprint that we don't have yet. But first of all, oh, see, now we're under the 90 minutes. Nice, so 20 extra cells. Some weapons, the boomerang we already have, so I'm just gonna take this one, I think, because I already have the boomerang. Yep, it isn't, not a better one, so here, yeah, that's okay. Well, actually, the golden is even better, so I'm just gonna sell it. Alright. Here we go, giving all our cells to the smith and reaching actually the 10,000, yay! So I have 266 extra cells that I don't spend on him. I can spend it, I'll just keep them and wait for a blueprint or buy some silly costume or so. Nothing to reforge here. So yeah, so here we're gonna talk to this guy and buy the mage outfit. All the 18 cells I'll keep for the next weapon. Okay, another mutation. We're gonna buy the one that I've shown you here, the speed, where you have increased kill rhythm, 28% already now. As I said, it goes up. The later you buy it, the more it will increase. Okay, good. Even more speed when attacking. And yeah, we lost a little bit of energy in the boss fight, so filling this up and going to the graveyard. And I'll get back to you once I've found an enemy. So I found a blueprint for me that I could use the hunter grenade on. I already threw it on him already, so that's why it's not in my items anymore. So what I do now is I'll take the frost from my backpack, take it for the boomerang, and this is the guy I was talking about. And now you see why freezing is so useful here. Okay, I can put the boomerang in my backpack, I can freeze this guy. Well, actually I need my grenade. Jesus, where is it? There. I can freeze this guy, and then use the extractor. Here we go. So another weapon. Oh, actually it cost me a bit of a health this time. Just gonna swap the boomerang back and put the frost. The frost is giving 100% damage for me and for my enemies. That's why this fight actually hurted more than usually. So gonna put it in the backpack. Actually, I'm not gonna use this anymore since I have now my blueprint and I have no more use for the frost, so I'll sell it and actually take a sip of the flask, because it did me quite some damage. But you see, also in this level, usually just throwing those things and everybody's just like gone in seconds. Every enemy is not a problem. Why, there's some secret room over here. I'm not quite sure what was in there. This one. Now we can take it because we don't use the hunter's grenade anymore. So we have our two special powers. Very good, very useful. Just came in the right time. Okay, just finishing some more enemies. So you see, usually you'll take no damage. It's just because I needed to use this hunter grenade and it got me on the wrong foot. I froze him, but he had all those birds flying around him and they did quite some damage. Okay, increasing all time the attack king level. Anything else, you don't need that. Is there something? Ah, of course. Never leave out those things. Ah, that's what I said. I'm too speedy sometimes. So I hurt myself with those spikes. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Oh, there was some food, I think, huh? Ah, yeah, I forgot to actually, in the settings, in the custom play setting, you can deactivate the malaise, so you should do that. Now I'll eat it, but it will increase my malaise, which you can deactivate in the custom mode setting. It never kills me. Just, you see this little orange bar above my health, which indicates my malaise level, and yeah, you don't want that. You don't need that. Oh, come on, you can put it in my backpack. Why not? So you can deactivate that, so you don't have to spikes. So you don't have to deal with the malaise. But as I said, usually it's not a problem. It always goes down when you keep fighting, keep running. Malaise cleared, yeah. Voice acts, but everything on a lower level than the ones I already have. Okay guys, I think I'll show you the last fight, the Hand of the King, so you see how fast we can finish this one with our weapon combination. But for now, I've shown you enough of this level and you know what to do. So, like I said, now I'm going to show you the very fast and quick fight with the Hand of the King. Most of the time it doesn't even get to call like the elite enemies, but we'll see about that. Let's take a last look. If we should forge something, no, it's both on 75 damage plus for rooted targets. Very good, actually I kept that in my bag because it's 100% damage plus for me and the enemy, but I'm gonna use a normal X in this fight. Okay, very well. Last mutation, so you can see what I bought so far. And here you'll see that it is not much left for buying. So the last mutation I'm gonna buy is, let's see, what makes sense. Well, I'm not really, maybe I'll use a flask, but probably not. So maybe I will drop into those spikes. So the last mutation I'm gonna buy is the one that just, where is it? Oh, come on, here, just 10% damage is taken. So you'll see the mutations. So it's velocity, one of the most important mutations for a quick run, for a fast-paced game. No mercy. I bought it after I used the extractor. Masochist. I just bought it now because there was nothing much left that is interesting. Then inside I bought it to just get more health points, since yeah, I never really used the health flask, and more health in case might be useful once an enemy strikes me unexpected. Kill rhythm, to have more increase or to increase the attack speed from the X and the boomerang. Then tranquility, 30% plus damage if no enemy is near you, so if you throw it and it's far away. The support plus 15% damage if you're standing nearby a deployed skill, useful at boss fights. Point blank, very important. Plus 80% damage if you're close to your enemy and throw the axe or the boomerang on them. And I think, oh yeah, and the vengeance for the boss fights. If you take damage, then at least you're going to cause more damage, and you're taking also less damage if the boss hits you a third or second time. So that's about it for the mutations I used in this run. So we go, fill up the flask, crook. Let's head to the Hand of the King. Let's see how fast we can finish him this time. I remember, guys, this is 5 boss cells, so hell difficulty, but of course I have my custom settings which help me a lot. Okay, come on guy, here we go. Aye, push me to the spikes, so he gets to call his elite enemies, but that will not help him for a long time. That's it, boss executed. Sometimes I can do it in like 5 seconds, if I can do it before he gets to call the elite enemies. Okay, so you know the rest. We can pick up this weapon now and kill this guy who is more or less me as far as I've understood the game, or we can proceed, if we have the 5 boss cells, to the astrolab, but that's another story. That is not the part of this game. I mean, with these weapons you will also have no problems to fight through the astrolab and also to fight the final boss like the collector. I might show that in another video, but that's it for now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can try this with a lot of success. If you like the video, if you like my tips and tricks, if you like my combination of weapons, please leave a thumb up and leave a positive comment. Thanks for watching.